I'm going to share a couple of drills that help with this mace swing. The first is a strengthening drill, and the next is more proprioceptive technique, timing oriented. But this first one is to work the shoulders in flexion with a little bit of external rotation while tying into the core. There's a tendency in the backswing to open up the chest, which you want, but to let that bleed down into the core, which will destabilize the lumbar spine, put a little pressure that you don't want. So, typical drill, open up the shoulders like a wall, or maybe use some assistance to pull down. This is kind of the next progression from there from my standpoint. And that's, I'm going to take a neutral grip on the stick, and come down to a box. I'm going to place my elbows on the box. Then I'm going to hollow out. So I don't want lumbar extension, hollow. So I want that nice and solid, glutes are engaged. I'm going to lower down, driving my elbows into the box and my elbows up away. I curl back and hold. You can load up by coming to the feet or come forward. But the idea is you want to hollow out, make your core nice and tight, and load this up. You can hold this for really as long as necessary. I like 30-40 seconds. You can do a couple of minutes. You can do some FRC pails and rails. You can do max 10-second holds like a hardstyle plank. Whatever seems appropriate to you. But the keys there are to maintain solid lumbar spine, drive the elbows up and into the box while curling back. It's a great drill. I picked that up from the folks at Ido Portal. I've been doing it for a while. I kind of off and on, but really helps with the mace. As I said, in that backswing, there's a tendency to lose this. So this is going to help with the shoulders, build some strength in that back position, and then keep the core engaged. Now the next is just to work the backswing. There's a tendency to be comfortable and aware with things that are in our frontal view. As soon as they pass in the periphery and outside our view, there's sort of a, what's going on back there? Well, the only way you can get better at that is just to practice it. So you can get back, you can launch it back, or just come into this back position, however you feel comfortable. The idea is to maintain a tight core and just work that swing. Now from here, I want my grip to be relatively loose. And I want to use the power of my body, not the power of my arms, to develop that swing. I would recommend spend a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes just practicing this, feeling the swing, bring it into your body. After a while, you can start building it higher, and you'll notice that you reach a point when the mace gets high, that there's a little bit of a float, just like in the top of a kettlebell swing or you're working a snatch. When you start feeling that float, you can start working a little bit of a pull and a push. So floating, pull, push, float, pull, push, pull, push. Slowly working that further and further forward. All the way to the front. So I'm feeling that swing, that float at the top. When it's floating, that's when I engage the arms. Pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. But really getting comfortable and familiar with this backswing is important. It'll take a little bit of time. I still practice this. It's a really great drill. It also, well, there's so many good things that happen with the shoulders in that position. They start feeling warm and good. It gives you time to develop that awareness of stabilizing back here versus, it comes around, don't know what's happening, And I see a lot of people using their arms, their wrists, all these kinds of things because you're not comfortable in that backswing. You don't know what it feels like, so spending some time there, relaxing the grip, using the body in the swing to develop some momentum, to pull that mace, to get it up high enough. You've got some float. It floats, you can pull it over to that front position. So hope these drills help you. They've helped me a lot, so enjoy.